Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So an issue crept up with that Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade version on PS Plus, where people who already had Remake couldn't download this version. We also have some confirmed release dates for several games as well as a rumored release date. We have those topics and more to cover, but before we get started, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so we can keep you up to date with all the latest gaming news. Now let's get started. First, we have this interesting story. If you remember, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade was added to PS Plus starting yesterday. Well, there seems to be a problem for users who already owned the standard Final Fantasy VII Remake. We have this headline here from VGC. PS5 Final Fantasy VII Remake owners can't claim Intergrade on PS Plus. A quirk in the PlayStation Store means that PS5 players who already owned Final Fantasy VII Remake can't claim the Intergrade bundle, which has been newly added to PS Plus Extra. Now, if you owned PS4 version of Final Fantasy VII Remake and you upgraded to the PS5 version, you can't purchase the full Intergrade version, you have to purchase the DLC separately. Well, this seems to be the root of the issue. The article goes on to say, you can't buy this product for the following reasons, the error message reads. You already own the following products which conflict with the product you're trying to buy, Final Fantasy VII Remake. This has actually been the case for a while. Players who upgraded the PS4 version of Final Fantasy VII Remake to the PS5 version have never been able to buy Intergrade. So since the version of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade that's on PS Plus is the full version and not the DLC, users are being blocked from downloading it. Now, I'm sure this is just an oversight and will probably get fixed relatively quickly. One of the things they could do is just make the DLC available to PS Plus users. So having this game on PS Plus is a pretty big deal, and you may even have people who subscribe for the month just to try it out. So having this bug is kind of bad from a PR standpoint, but I have no doubt they'll get this figured out relatively quickly. In fact, it may already be fixed by the time you watch this video. Next, we have a possible release date for Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. The Swedish retailer Cool Shop has the game listed, as you can see here, with a release date of February 24th of next year. Now, for a little backstory, back in March, Nintendo announced it was postponing the launch of Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp in light of recent world events. Now, what's interesting about this date of February 24th is this would be the 1-year anniversary of the said events that caused this game to get delayed. So many people find it hard to believe that this is the actual release date. I have a feeling this is just a placeholder that this retailer put in, and honestly I don't think anybody knows when it's going to get released. But one game that we do have a release date for, you can see this announcement here from Xseed Games. No More Heroes 3 comes to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC on November 11th. Experience No More Heroes 3 like never before and enjoy the art book, CD track, and Santa Destroyer commemorative license plate with the physical Day 1 edition available now for pre-order. And then they have a link here for the box set, and you can see here what's in it. It does have that CD and that license plate. Now, we still don't have No More Heroes 1 and 2 on any of these platforms. Also, 3 received some criticism for the Switch version because of frame rate issues and just overall performance. So hopefully this game, being on more powerful hardware, will get those issues resolved. Now, I played the original No More Heroes on the Wii, and it was a pretty good game at the time. I'm not sure how the controls translate now. There were pretty obvious waggle controls back in the day of the Wii. But let me know if you've played any in this series on the Switch, and let me know what you think about it. Next, we have an update on when the eShop for the WiiU and the 3DS is finally going to close. We have this tweet here from Nintendo of America. updates on the discontinuation of the eShop for WiiU and 3DS family systems. As of August 29th, 2022, it will no longer be possible to add funds. And then this is new here. As of March 27th, 2023, purchases will no longer be available. They then have a link to an FAQ, and then they also added, even after March 27th, 2023, and for the foreseeable future, it will still be possible to re-download games and DLC, receive software updates, and enjoy online play on WiiU consoles and Nintendo 3DS systems. Now previously they said the shops would shut down in late March, so now we do have that exact date of March 27th. And it is interesting that they do add that they will continue to support online play, whereas with the Switch you have to pay for that feature. And I do have to wonder if Nintendo will do the same thing one day for the Switch's eShop. I honestly hope that they take a look at what Sony and Microsoft have done with the Xbox and PlayStation and add some backward compatibility to their future systems. Next, we have some images that I guess you could say leaked out for Yakuza 8. We have the headline here from VGC, first images of the next Yakuza games have appeared online. Now it was confirmed back in November that Yakuza 8 was being worked on. An interesting story as to how this leaked out. This was spotted by Famitsu, and a video was posted by an MMA fighter during which he takes a tour of the studio. And during this tour, they show several stills from the actual Yakuza game being worked on. We've got some images here from that video, and you can see the main protagonist from Like a Dragon here, and then you've got like a group shot of them together as well as some other characters. So it's pretty much safe to say this is coming from the Like a Dragon series, since that's who all these characters are from, but there's always a possibility they appear in a different Yakuza game. So we really don't know how far out this game is from being released. But considering Like a Dragon came out at the beginning of 2020, we could just be a few years out from this being finished. And finally, it looks like a former Nintendo exec is joining PlatinumGames. We have this headline here from Silicon Era. Nintendo veteran Takao Yamane joins PlatinumGames. Now Yamane has worked in various high-level positions at Nintendo over the 27-year span. And this includes the Vice President of Nintendo of France until 2007, as well as being Managing Director of Sales at Nintendo of Europe for 18 years. Now this article goes on to say, back in February 2022, the company, talking about PlatinumGames, announced a change in structure, with Inabe becoming the company's CEO. Since the change in leadership, the company has released Babylon's Fall and announced a release date for Bayonetta 3. According to Yamane, his hiring will signify a, quote, new era for PlatinumGames. Now obviously, if you're familiar with Babylon's Fall, you've seen how much of a flop that game has been, but Bayonetta 3 is definitely looking like it's going to be pretty good. And I do find it interesting that a near 30-year vet of Nintendo is joining PlatinumGames. Now obviously I have no inside knowledge on this, but it does make me wonder if it would set up PlatinumGames to be acquired by Nintendo. But who knows, as soon as I look that way, we'll see Sony come around or Microsoft and buy them instead. And that's all we have for today. Did anything we cover catch your attention? Do you think we'll see Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp released this calendar year? And if you played through the Yakuza series, let me know which one of them is your favorite. Drop a comment about those topics or anything else we've covered today. I want to thank you for watching, and be good.